Like,
well, what is your character?
Well, it really, I wish I could tell you, because it isn't a pleasant guy. I mean, I'm mad about everything. I get into a little bit of politics. I get in a little bit of a religion. I love religion. I've been going to church since I was a kid. You know, and my joke that I always say to my parents is, "You're going to go to church till you're 21, like I did." And everybody, my dad, when he was alive, and I said the same to my kids, except during NFL season. And, you know, then I'll be with you in spirit.
Absolutely,
I'll be right there with you. But I said the character.
Do you feel that the new comedy, there's so much atheists? I feel that's kind of like the new hack comedy to me.
It's always been that way. I'm not a proponent. I mean, I've studied religion in college, and I take my kids. That's where I got into physics. The chances of this thing happening, like by accident, carbon-based life forms, at heavy stars, deuterium. You get into the quantum physics of it. It's very peculiar that we're here at all.
Yes.
It's very peculiar that this worked like this, and some of these ancient texts, especially Jewish texts, I give these Jews great credit, because there was 300 or 400 years before the Buddhists. They came up with law from Sumerians, Babylonians, blah, blah, blah. But basically, without law, we'd eat each other. You know, that human nature, this is, I think John Wayne said, you can't legislate it. He said, he turned from a very good progressive, from Democrat to a Republican, because he got pushed by we think. And he said, listen, you can't legislate human behavior. You put 30 people in a room, give them all $1. In a week, 2 guys are going to have all the money. That's just how it works. Yeah. People do this evolution of mankind. And I said, I've never been, like, I got kicked out of more churches because of stupid crap I'd say. Like, even the bishop said, we just don't want you around here anymore. I mean, literally.
Well, don't you find sometimes the problems with atheism is that really their problems are with churches, not with God?
Well, listen.
They go, there's no God because a priest fucked a kid. It doesn't make any sense.
No, but I said, my older daughter's atheist, and I said, well, philosophically, it's an irony there too, because atheists don't believe in God. Well, there has to be a God for you not to believe in. And my daughter goes, she's still in therapy over that.
No, I always wonder about that, because, and also, the atheists are usually choosing a God not to believe in.
You have to have a God not to, otherwise.
Like Dawkins doesn't believe in a Christian God, specifically.
Yeah, exactly. And I said, I get the idea. It's weird. There's an old, the spiritual side of philosophy will get to this point where they said, if God is unlimited, which you have to agree kind of rationally, that's what a God. How would God ever deal with limited, us? It's very difficult. Every time God has tried to speak to us, that person got killed. You know, because he said, hey, this is great, and then people shot him. And there's only been very few people that actually spoke or had said they spoke directly, and they all translate what they heard into human speak. And they're generally kind of screw it up somehow. Sure, and it'd be very difficult. There's no, there's a Mark Kornhauser, used to be a magician that I work with all the time. And this is one of my analogies for the spiritual life. He goes, he did that trick where you rip a newspaper. Remember, well, magicians always worked with us with prop acts, and you know, comics privately are going, prop act, you know, a lot a lot of prop acts I like. The Amazing Jonathan is hysterical, and I like magicians.
You rip the newspaper.
You rip the newspaper, and then you unfold it. And I'm on stage going, it's magic. I watched both hands. There's no, he didn't. You know, I couldn't get it, so I backstage said, show me that. He goes, no, I'm not showing you that. If I show it to you, 3 things will happen. You'll go, oh shit, that's stupid. Then you'll try it, and magic will no longer mean anything to you. And that's the same thing. One day I was saying, I wonder what like prophets saw. And then God, imagine that if God said, listen, if I show you what's really going on here, you're going to go, oh, that's stupid. And then you're going to try to tell people, and the third thing is you just won't want to be here anymore. This won't mean anything. So you got to, I heard some guy say,
the only guy he ever showed was Job.
And then I think the prophet Islam.
Ezekiel?
No, Muhammad. They showed him, and then he wrote it because his miracle, he said to his staff, was.
We're not going to get too deep into that.
No, but you don't want to get into that. He couldn't read or write, so he said his miracle was he wrote their holy book.
But he was a nuts guy, from all accounts.
Really learned my lesson. Break.
Yeah,
that's the word I thought.
We're supposed to take a break. And so he thought when you said take a break, that I would go, speaking of taking a break, I'll take a break. I guess that's what he meant. Is that what he meant? He pointed to it.
Yeah, he just
Would you like to do it, Adam? You like doing that.
Doing what? I don't like doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Tim Allen.